Hey guys, Phil and Tigers here, and today I'm making a video about my main problem and what I think is the main problem with cinema and film today, and that's agenda pushing. If you don't know what agenda pushing is, it's basically them trying to push their beliefs and their, no, basically trying to make people happy to make more money, and they ultimately put the film at risk, and it ultimately winds up flopping. The first case I really noticed this problem starting is with the 2016 Ghostbusters. If you even talk negative about that movie back in the day when it came out, you got shit on all over the news. If you look at James Rolfe, the angry video game nerd who did a video saying he refused to review the movie, people went off on him for expressing his opinion. He didn't want to watch the movie, and I totally agreed with him. Which is a shame because that movie was garbage. I'm going to say it right here, right now. The 2016 Ghostbusters was an absolute shitfest of a film. It makes Sharknado look like a fucking masterpiece to me, and that's sad. Literally, the whole movie is anti-male jokes, and it disrespects the Ghostbusters in so many ways. A bunch of fucking queef jokes. There's a fucking wonton soup joke that goes on way too long in the movie. There's barely any funny jokes in there. It barely made me chuckle. Sharknado made me bust out laughing, and that's a fucking shitty sci-fi movie. And if you can't make me laugh more than a shitty sci-fi movie about sharks and a fucking tornado, and with the name Ghostbusters, which the first Ghostbusters, the original one, was a great horror comedy. It was a little bit light on the horror, but probably back then that was probably a really good scary comedy. And the fact that you had Melissa McCarthy in that movie, me personally, she's a really good actress. I love Melissa McCarthy, but you somehow made her really unfunny. And I think the reason why they did that is that the script was not mainly focused on making good Ghostbusters jokes. It was instead focused on making this anti-male jokes, making most of the males in the movies douchebags or fucking idiots. With Chris Hemsworth character, he's a fucking idiot, which was the only, ironically, was the only good thing about that Ghostbusters movie was Chris Hemsworth. And they really just wanted to focus on, pushing this anti-male agenda in that movie, saying who needs male Ghostbusters, right? Um, Honestly, I wouldn't have minded a female Ghostbusters movie. I said that before to my friends. If they want to make a female Ghostbusters movie, then go ahead and do it. But, at least make it sort of like the original. Keep it light, make it funny with some good scary bits in it. Fans would have accepted it. We've all would have accepted it. And for the director to call us, I think he said nerds and sexist, that's not true. So that movie was, to me, the biggest example of when it first started to me. Probably started before that, but to me, that's when it really kicked off. And recently, we've got another really huge agenda-pushing movie, and that's Black Christmas. And I saw this in theaters, and man, they focused the script mainly on bashing men. And it's fucking sad to see one of my favorite cult classic slashers go down like this. I was initially excited for Black Christmas, and now I can officially say that it is on my worst. It is the worst movie of this year. It is the absolute worst. And the reason why that it is the opening scene with a quote say, "Men suck." And that really sets the tone because after that, it's about a frat house gets possessed by this goo of a very sexist man who owned the college they're at to go kill the sorority house. And the whole movie is basically saying men are monsters, men are monsters, men are monsters. And it's really fucked up that they did that. They could have made a really great homage to the original Black Christmas. Hell, even the remake of Black Christmas paid more homage and was more true to source material than this new one. And it's such a shame to see it come to that because it's done by Blumhouse. And I'm surprised Blumhouse let this through the door. I mean, I know they support small-time directors, and this is a very small-time director. But god damn it, they really dropped the ball with this one because the director wanted you to focus more on the anti-male stuff and on their agenda pushing instead of making a great modern day slasher movie. And the PG-13 rating, that wouldn't have affected it for me because we've had great PG-13 horror movies. We had Happy Death Day and Insidious are the two major ones I could think of that made a bunch of money. Those are really good PG-13 horror movies. But this one just went for the agenda pushing. And it's sad to see when Happy Death Day, which has a female protagonist with mostly female actresses in it, doesn't push that agenda fucking hard like Black Christmas does. In fact, I don't even think Happy Death Day pushed the agenda as hard as Black Christmas did. And that really shows because Happy Death Day is a great movie from Blumhouse. It's funny, it has good scary bits in it, it actually has a good bit of tension in it. And then you look at Black Christmas, which is not a good slasher movie, it's not a good horror movie, it's mainly focusing on pushing this anti-male message. And that's what really brought it down for me. Is that not only was it a shit film, but they really wanted you to eat the anti-male messages, but because they were just shoving it down your throat, which is not how film is supposed to be, and that is the problem with modern day film. I think people are scared to offend somebody. They want to just appease the mass of people who think one way or the other, instead of making an actual good film. And I think that's what holds modern film back. We of course did get some good movies this year. We got Joker, Peanut Butter Falcon, Ford v Ferrari, and those were really exceptional films. Exceptional. Happy Death Day to You was exceptional this year. But then you get Happy Death Day, well, not Happy Death Day, but Black Christmas, and it's just a shit show. And it's mainly because they really wanted to push that, they really wanted to push the agenda on you. And it sucks to see one of my favorite cult classics go down like that. One cult classic slashers, because I love the original Black Christmas, and hell, the original Black Christmas and even the remake doesn't push that message down your throat. In fact, it doesn't even have those kind of messages. It was just mainly about a group of women surviving a slasher killer. Nothing about anti-male, nothing of the sorts. Hell, Friday the 13th always had a final girl. Did they push this "we are strong, we are women, we are strong" message? No, it was about the females surviving the slasher, and it paid off well. That's the problem with most movies nowadays, especially with horror. When it comes to them wanting to push this sort of thing, as Star Wars is really bad with this, with Rey, Mary Sue, who is perfect in every way. When you look at Luke and Obi-Wan or Anakin, they were flawed, but they were very powerful Jedis. Rey has no flaws, but yet she's now the world's strongest Jedi. That makes no sense, and it's not Star Wars to me. To me, this is the problem with most modern day cinema. You can comment down below if you agree with me or not. I just wanted to make this video to get this off my chest. If I offended you, I am so sorry. I just really wanted to get that off my chest. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll talk to you guys next time.